Hello everyone, this is Calvin, Professor C here. So, today I am going to talk about what you should do next after you have passed your mortgage license exam. Okay? So this is a very common topic that a lot of my viewer ask, and a lot of people ask in groups and all that. I just passed my exam. What I should do after that, right? So I am going to talk to you, in this video about that. Okay, so let's go. So you have spent many days, nights studying, and finally you passed the exam, right? So what should you do after? Personally speaking, I think the first thing that you should do is, obviously to find a mortgage brokerage to, get license with. Because without the license, you're going nowhere anyway, right? And the licensing process, it takes some time, especially now still in the COVID era, and a lot of people are working from home. The government agency is pretty slow, and all that, right? So I guess the first thing you should do is to find the right mortgage brokerage, the right fit for you. Now, I'm not going to talk about too much of, how to find the right mortgage brokerage for you and something like that, because I have previously did 2 videos on that, and I'm going to have a link up there so that you can click and just watch that one if you want to know more about that one. But I do find that, I just want to point out one thing, that finding the mortgage brokerage is not really like going into an interview for a job, right? Like interviewing a job is like very, how do I say, nervous stuff, like, and finding a mortgage brokerage, yes, you do have some anxiety and all that, but I think your mentality is more like you're going to buy a home, right? You're going to buy a home. Still big decision, right? But it's more like you try to go and find a home that is the right home, the right fit for you, right? So it's not like being hired and you are like more like, at the mercy of the employer and all that stuff. So still anxious, still nervous, but you're there to find out if the house is right for you. Okay, so it's more like level, the brokerage owner and you there, we are both trying to find the right fit for you. So you don't have to prepare a lot of like question and all that. Just go in, be yourself, try to ask some educated question and see if this brokerage is the right fit for you. Now, the second thing you should do, I think, is to absorb, as much knowledge about mortgage and the mortgage industry as possible during this time. While you're new, you just passed your license last week or something like that, right? Read about all this news about the mortgage industry, like any rules change. Like if you don't know that June 1st they changed the rules on the benchmark rate of the stress test, then you might be a problem, right? Any interest rate change, the trends of the mortgage industry and all that. Read as much as you can. Go online, go watch my video, YouTube and all that. Go on YouTube, search out something like that, because you need those, right? If you don't need those, you're not like, you only talk the talk, but you're not walking the walk, right? If you know what I mean, right? So you need to know those stuff. The first thing I should do is, I think that you should find a mentor or someone who you can shadow. and who has been in the industry for a while doing well, right? And see what they do every single day, right? Obviously this one is a little bit tough, especially if you do not know anyone in the industry. But let's say you have a good friend who introduced you to the mortgage industry, who who kind of invite you to join the industry, and you say, yeah, maybe I lost my job during COVID time, and my friend is a mortgage broker, and he said, hey, why don't you join this industry? This is a good industry. You see, during the COVID time, we haven't even get any downtime. In fact, we have, the mortgage industry and the real estate industry is booming like crazy. This is a person that is a good candidate for you to shadow or ask him to kind of give you some mentoring, right? But if you do not have it, it could be a little bit tricky. If you do not have anyone who is like that, try calling some broker, calling some mortgage agent, and see if they can help you out. Obviously, if you do not know them, you probably would just ask them and see if you can shadow them for one day only, right? Otherwise, it takes too much of their time, and you can call a couple of different mortgage agent or mortgage broker to shadow them one day for each mortgage agent or something like that. So you can kind of see what they do in real life every day. You make lots of notes. You ask, smart question, and you just see how they do their everyday things. If you really, really can't find anyone, then go check out my course and my workshop. Basically, that's what I teach. I teach you exactly what I do every single day for every client, what I do, what I ask, what kind of question I ask, how I input the deal into the system, what I would look out for on the credit bureau and all that, and bring a client from the phone call all the way to funding, to closing, right? I teach you exactly, I show you exactly what I do every single day. And all the information about my course and my workshop is, right there, mortgagehackercanada.com. So it's all in the website. You can check it out, right? mortgagehackercanada.com. Obviously, I also have a book, as you can see on the corner, that is on sale on the Amazon. That one is also very good also to give you a quick start, right? That's what you should do during, when you just pass your license. Learn as much as possible, okay? Then I think next is after now that you have equipped some knowledge about the industry, you know how a real mortgage agent works, right? Not passing the license, because whatever you learn to pass your mortgage license exam does not actually help you do your day-to-day work, if you know what I mean, right? But now that you have some real life experience in the mortgage industry, because you have shadowed someone, you have go through my course, you have or you have read all about it, then I think the next thing you should do is now you can tell your friends and families that now you are actually in the mortgage industry, right? You can spread the words, share the Facebook post, announce it in LinkedIn or whatever, right? Now, I have to caution you, because you should not expect a lot of business from this group of people at this stage. In fact, you probably won't get much people from this group of friends and family that will ask you to do their mortgage. But nevertheless, you should let them know, right? that you're in the industry. And then what you should do is keep sharing posts and article that is, that you think they will be interested in. Like, some article may be like, oh, should I choose a variable or fixed rate mortgage now, at this stage? Or rules change. Bank of Canada changed their rules, changed their benchmark rate. What does it mean for a customer who is trying to buy a house? This type of article, when you share it to them and they read it and they learn something about it, and eventually, they will then start asking you to do their mortgage or start referring their friends and families, their friends to you. Okay, but this group, as soon as you announce it, don't expect a lot of business coming from this group. Okay. Lastly, I think, you should then reach out to some referral source that like realtor, right? Lawyers, accountants, investment advisor, and, immigration consultant, etc., right? Whoever that are from those industry, go ahead, give them a call, say that, hey, you know what, I'm in the mortgage industry, maybe we can do some collaboration, I think it can benefit you, something like that, right? And then after that, you can reach out for referral source that you do not know, right? Give them a call. Again, it's a number games. If you call 500 people and 2 will work with you, you know what? That's not bad. I mean, what else are you doing if you're not treating this as a full-time job? And remember, you do not need a lot of referral source. To be honest, if you have 3 or 5 referral source, that already is good enough to start the ball rolling and, start, very well for you. And so after doing a few deals, completing funding a few deals, you know what? The ball start rolling. And so you just rinse and repeat. And you know what? You will become a mortgage superstar in no time. Okay? So thank you for watching. Once again, if you like the video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel. More importantly, go to my website, check it out. If you have any question, all my social media contact is on the YouTube description. You can, send me a message, ask me something, leave a comment in the YouTube, and, I hope to see you in one of my course or workshop. Okay? Thank you. See you next week.